Okay. I recorded I Don't Know How to Love Him for Burn in Hell. I had done it live a few times. I did it at an acoustic show and really loved it. And obviously I'm disgustingly influenced by Jesus Christ Superstar. On top of that, the song in Jesus Christ Superstar is a whore who has fallen in love with Jesus because he has shown her a level of kindness that no man has ever shown her before, and she doesn't know how to process this love and what it means when it's not sexual. And I thought to have a living, breathing, gay Christian man singing I Don't Know How to Love Him was very profound, when I clearly am singing it to the Lord and not to another man. And yeah, the drum track really is the opening of Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl. I admit it. I could always tell the age group of the people in the audience, because teenagers know the second they hear that drum, well, they know exactly that there's another joke going on at the back of the song, and that is the pseudo-lesbian song going on in the background. And I just did it because it had a good beat. I thought it was a cool thing to loop, and I said, I'll loop this. And I didn't really mean it for any irony's sake at all, but it sure landed there anyways. And I Don't Know How to Love Him, which is listed on the record as I Don't Know How, is a great performance song because it has such high shock value to people. Again, not intended, but it also has a certain degree of camp humor. Again, not intended. Again, art is funny that way. Art is what you project on it as much as what it projects. And I'm just glad I got to record it. I'd love to do all of Jesus Christ Superstar as a one-man show, like Phil Harris did the musical of Hamlet on Gilligan's Island all by himself. I want to do Jesus Christ Superstar like that. I can totally just see me just like yanking out a wig and putting it on, and yanking out Pilate's hat and putting it on, and then the crown of thorns and putting it on, and and just bouncing around. And if I had that to do over, I think Pilate's hat would have been called crown. But I think you got my point. I don't do any do-overs on me, so whatever I say, I've said for all time. And after I Don't Know How is the title track, Burn in Hell. Burn in Hell has nothing to do with Christian theology. That's why it's funny to record a gospel record and call it Burn in Hell. But Burn in Hell was written, I wrote it about a gay couple that I knew. They lived in Silver Lake, California in the early days of the AIDS epidemic. And when they found out they were both HIV positive, they took a final bath together and slit their wrists and died together. And I was furious, absolutely furious about that. And I wrote the song, and I love how it has this really old-fashioned kind of mambo thing going on, rhythm-wise on the song, and it really reminds me of the ethnic orchestras that were in the old Max Fleischer cartoons. Like you'd see like Betty Boop perform to a band that sounds like the background music of Burn in Hell. And there's an amazing Betty Boop cartoon where she is in hell. And I was really inspired by that when I recorded this. And And I love the freedom that God's given me in my particular gospel music to go as far as recording "Burn in Hell," you know, titling a record "Burn in Hell" and performing that song 300 times. You know, I'm amazed by the freedom, because obviously very few Christians would touch something like that, touch that kind of content and touch that kind of irony, and I get to do it every day. And when I started this ministry, I thought it was going to be really boring, and "Burn in Hell" is a lot of things as a song and as a record and as a statement, but boring isn't one of them. And it was never boring singing "Burn in Hell," that's for sure. And talk about freedom, the next song, "Your Daddy's Gone," might be the most decisively offensive song I've recorded to date. But then again, I haven't released "Monsters," and it has reunion and drag on it. But "Your Daddy's Gone" opens with the poem "I Am Your Father," which I wrote about a woman that I know that had been a man and had a gender reassignment, and what it was like for her kids to deal with. That used to be my dad, and now that's my dad who's become a woman, and it goes right into the song "Your Daddy's Gone," which has nothing to do with that subject. "Your Daddy's Gone" is actually a song of celebration and a declaration of independence about the death of an abusive parent that can't hurt you anymore. And I really do sing and dance on someone's grave on that song. I really do say, everything's great now, you can come out now, the wicked witch is dead, and you can enjoy your life and live your life and go to church and get saved and love God and have all the things that God intended you to have, because that horrible beast can't get to you anymore. And the point is that these were events that happened to a child that carry over into adulthood, and one day the dance finally just ends, and this is someone who can celebrate and be free. And I know that it's a nasty song. That's all I have to say. It's nasty, and I'm nasty, and the situation is nasty, and someone just needed to say it the way it was. I don't know. Kill them all, let God sort them out, I always say. And someone may say there's no forgiveness in that song. And to that I say, show me where there isn't forgiveness. Because the song is not about forgiveness. The song is about a physical occurrence. There's a death of an abusive parent, and someone saying to someone, they can't call you anymore. They can't do this. Anything that happens now is happening in your head and happening in your memory. And anyone that has survived child abuse of any kind knows how far-reaching that is into your adult future. And when a parent dies who's done anything to you like that, it's quite an adjustment. People ask me, did you write that for your dad? And my dad is alive and living and breathing, and I just wrote the song. I had originally written it for the Psychotic set. I was short a song and I needed something, and I said, you know, I need something really nasty here. I need a transitional song from heartfelt to hardcore, and out came Your Daddy's Gone. So judge me all you want. A lot of people have walked out of my show during that song. A lot of people have downloaded it and written me and said thank you for that song.